But Zaggle Prepaid has tied up with Visa for a 7-year partnership where it will be incentivized to launch and promote co-branded domestic prepaid cards. Avinash Godkinde, who's the MD and the CEO, joins in from Zaggle to discuss this. And there are 3 talking points that we will be focusing on: the accruals to business from the partnership with Visa, updates on achieving the growth guidance, and if any acquisitions are on the cards or not. Avinash, thank you very much for joining in. Well, let's start with this partnership that you have with Visa. Can you just explain the contours to us and what would it mean from a P&L perspective?
Yeah, good morning and Happy New Year to all your viewers and to all of you at CNBC-18. I think it's a great start for us, Visa partnership. Visa has been a partner with us for long, and we've had this, 7-year partnership now for launching and, promoting co-branded prepaid cards. Basically, these are additional spend incentives that we get. We get a small sign-in bonus as well, which is small in the overall context of our revenues, but it's sizable. And we get, spend-linked incentives, which really helps us push our bottom line over the years for the spends that we are in any case generating. So there's no additional effort or no additional expense that we incur. It's just that it's our way of sealing the partnership with Visa and making sure that there's enough volumes coming in for Visa on their network as well.
Mm-hmm. Hi, Avinash. Good morning. This is Vinny joining in the conversation as well. Could you just highlight some bit of the numbers as well? When will we start seeing the synergies? What sort of revenue will this generate? And also talk to us about the EU Small Finance Bank tie-up as well. Any numbers in terms of the progress over there as well?
Good morning, Vinny. Good morning. Yes, I think it's a great partnership, the EU one, where we're doing 3 different things: the retail card, the corporate credit card, as well as the prepaid card, right? So that's going to be the first bank where we are doing all 3 products. Yes Bank is the second one where we are doing all 3 through the acquisition of Rio Money, which is now renamed as ZAG, right? So those are the things which we are doing with AU, and we are yet to go live with the product. It's sort of a closed loop testing that we are doing right now. And we should see that kick off in the coming quarter, and there I think that would be a big one for us because we are also working with AU to overall deepen penetration for AU in different regions, starting with the South. Mm-hmm. Coming to the Visa partnership, look, this is additional basis points of incentive that comes in, Vinny. It's part of our program fees, and that's why we call our program fees and not interchange income, because interchange income is what comes to us from the banks, and that gets augmented with the payout that Visa, MasterCard, these networks do. So it's going to be a very healthy addition to our bottom line.
Okay. So you've spoken about 2 partnerships. Avinash, what are we expecting in terms of further partnerships that you are planning for the coming year?
Yeah, so there are quite a few in the works with banks for our retail card business. You'll hear from us on that in the coming quarters. There's a good amount of momentum now where we are going to specific banks, public sector, as well as private banks, with a very clear focus on how does it add to our revenues and our bottom lines, right? And of course, what does it mean for the banks? So today with 19 bank partners already, we can be very clear as to what we are looking in terms of objectives, and banks appreciate that. They like the fact that we know what we want and we know what we can give them. So those are partnerships that you'll hear from us in the coming quarters. Some could close this quarter, and some in the coming quarters.
Okay, right. Waiting for more announcements there as well in terms of more partnerships that will come in Q4. Avinash, but could you highlight in terms of your growth guidance, right? That's at 40-45%, I believe, is your growth guidance that you all had given. First 2 quarters, you managed to do well. First quarter was around 31-32%. Second quarter, 40%. Q3 is over. Has that continued, and could we expect you to achieve the growth guidance for FY26 end?
Yeah, FY26 guidance, we are absolutely on track, Winnie. Q3, Q4, we have seasonality in our business, so are always, you know, skewed 60-40 in terms of overall revenue contributions. And we had actually originally announced 35 to 40% as our guidance, which we up to 40 to 45%. Please note that this is all organic. Acquisitions like Green Edge and others will also contribute both to the bottom line and top line very nicely. So this is overall looking to be a very strong, picture for us in terms of the numbers, both bottom line and top line.
Okay, all right. You're confident in terms of the numbers this time, but Q3, Q4 is seasonally strong for Propel as well. Can you just tell us what the trend is looking like there?
Yeah, it's across board. Propel is obviously the festive season kicks in Q2, Q2 end, Q3 beginning. So we see an uptake there, and JFM is always a quarter where brands like corporates try to push for their sales, right? So Propel is all about channel incentives, and channel incentives obviously are high in the last quarter because they need to meet their targets. So the growth in Propel is also very strong.
Okay. Just wanted to end this conversation by asking you about your inorganic growth plans, because you have sufficient capital on your books right now. You are talking about partnerships. But what are you doing on the inorganic front? Anything that you'd be interested in? If you could just slice down what your interests would be and the size that you would be also looking at if that's the case.
Yeah, so what we are doing is twofold. We are closing the acquisitions that we have historically announced. So Rio.Money, Green Edge, a lot of these got closed. We are working on closing a couple of others as well. And in addition, there are, new conversations that are happening. We're looking for one sizable deal, which would be bigger than all the deals that we have done so far, right? And those are ongoing discussions at a fairly advanced stage. But beyond that, wouldn't be able to give more details as to what space and what is the opportunity there. But those conversations are going very well.
Okay. And Avinash, just one thing, will you be able to achieve 11% EBITDA margins in Q3, Q4? Is that on the cards given ESOP cost is reducing?
Winnie, you're putting me on the spot there. We are given a guidance of 10 to 11%. We will achieve our guidance. Hopefully, we'll be, doing better, than the last quarters. But we will stay in our 10 to 11% band.
Okay, 10 to 11% guidance. Avinash, thank you so much for joining us this morning and speaking with us about the new tie-ups and what we can expect from the company going forward. On that note, we're going to step into a very short break. After the break, we'll get you more on markets, more stock-specific action. Don't go anywhere.